My name is David Bixler. I'm an alto saxophonist and composer. I live in New York City, where I've lived for the last 30 years. For the last 10 years, however, I have been teaching at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio, where I'm the director of jazz activities. So I am basically the equivalent of a 21st century migrant worker. My current artistic projects, I had a new recording with a quartet called In the Face of Chaos with John Coward, Ike Sturm, and Rogerio Boccato. And I have a new nonet recording coming out with an ensemble I'm calling the Bixtet. It's called Blended Lineage, and that will be out in March, and those are both on Red Piano Records. And additionally, I have a podcast that I'm in my second year of producing. It's called Liner Notes, where I interview various jazz musicians and talk to them about their process and their projects, and kind of fill in the gap of in the age of digital downloads, the lack of liner notes. I find that my students don't know much about the music they're listening to, and the back of albums was kind of really a source of information for me growing up in Wisconsin of jazz music. You know, when I was just looking at those horns, I was, imagining kind of like long-term what this would grow into if I was playing it. I was actually picking it out for school so that the jazz area would have a soprano of its own, and kind of imagining how everyone that will be playing this in the future might be responding to it. Basically, I was looking for a vibe of because the sound that I'm getting now, probably only a few notes have been played on these horns at this point, and it's going to evolve into something. So trying to make an educated guess of what this horn is going to end up at. And, I got to say, all the horns that I tried were great, but I think I got the one that had what I thought was the most body. And since I'm kind of putting my imprint on my students, they're probably going to be leaning in the same direction. Someone else might want something else, but just trying to make an educated guess, at this point. But obviously, the pitch, I guess I jumped to that point because obviously it needs to function, and all the horns functioned as far as intonation and the ability to speak and the mechanism. So at this point, okay, how do you select these? I mean, honestly, any one of the horns would have been fine, but I think I got the best one for my playing personality.